The Wolf Among Us. Yes, it's another wonderful day. I apologize for not doing this last week. My wife and I, we had company, and I could not get away to do this. So, and if you're wondering what that crinkling noise is, it is called a fruit and nut bar by Nature Valley. Nature Valley Fruit and Trail Mix Nut Bar. It's fruity-licious. Think that'll get me a sponsor? Probably not. Oh well. Let's start this up. Fruit and nut bars are really good. However, I'd rather have the almond ones. The almond ones, they taste a lot better. Fruit and nuts got nut and fruits. We're gonna continue this bitch. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna continue with our friend Big B. And if you remember where we're going to the Lucky Pond to see Jersey.
Don't give me that shit. What the fuck is the point of having a system if you're just gonna...
Jack, what the fuck is going on?
God, everybody's saying fuck a lot.
I'm the guy that keeps shit in order, and that's it, Woody. If you love your ex so fucking much, why'd you pawn it in the first fucking place, huh?
Sometimes you gotta pawn what you love.
I didn't pawn
so you can go
it,
and get it
asshole.
again.
It was stolen from my...
So get the fuck out of my sight. Hit the bricks. See you later.
Hey, what's going on here?
What the fucking hell?
Christ. And this fucking guy, too?
Are you kidding me? It was here. It was right
He is
fucking
saying
here.
fuck a
What
lot.
did you do with it?
How the fuck do I know?
Listen, you bald little dipshit. You're gonna... You
Oh,
piece
kidney
of
pie!
shit. I'm gonna...
I'm gonna watch this a little bit, because I could do this for
I'd
a
like
while.
to see you try, you backwoods fuckwit.
Oh, big talk.
Oh, all
Big
for screen
talking
Woody.
when I'm done with you.
Because if I'm going by the law, Woody is kinda, you know,
Back off,
beating up on
This
a
doesn't
guy
concern
like
you.
that.
We
in his
don't
own
need
place.
the business office involved in this shit. I just want what's mine. My axe.
You pawned it. Where's
Get
the pawn
outta here.
ticket?
Go home. Not until this fucker gives me my axe.
How you feeling today, Sheriff? Still looking for whoever killed them hookers? Or are you done chasing your tail?
You know what?
Where's my axe? Who'd you give it to?
I gotta stop him. I'm being good cop. Woody, don't kill the guy. Don't kill the guy. I need to talk to him.
This is my fucking fight.
I know it's your fight,
now,
Woody.
dog.
But you know
You
what?
got a
I
lot
need
of
to be a
nerve.
cop here and help this guy. Oh, he's turning. Not good. Jersey, stop it! Oh, there's his axe!
Too bad you couldn't protect those whores.
Oh, dude, you do not say that. I did not kill a Tweedle, so you could go ahead and do what you're doing.
Fucking stay there. There she is.
Lunabelle. Jersey, be a dude, not be a dick. Be a dude, Jersey, don't be a dick. You'll survive this. But, oh. Jersey. Jersey, calm the hell down, man. Calm the hell
Hey,
down.
asshole. I found her.
Wow. In the brain. Let's do that. Boom! That'll knock him out for a while. I don't know what I hit him with. We make a good team, Woody. Hey!
Magic mirror's missing shard. Where is it? Bloody Mary brought it here, didn't she?
You don't know anything about anything, do you? What do you have? Nothing.
I have you, Jersey.
That useless bitch Snow White in a broken fucking mirror.
Nothing? I still have you, don't I?
You can't find a crooked man. No one can. Oh, the door to his house. It bounces around. Never in one spot. You'll never find it. Even Crane had to use the magic mirror. They dumped all his shit here. Bloody Mary uses this place like a fucking dump.
Where's Crane's stuff? Where'd they put it?
In back.
Woody, you hold on to him. I'm gonna check.
Just go on. Get Crane's shit and go. Not that it's gonna do you any good.
Oh, it might do me
See
plenty of
anything?
good.
Crane's coat.
He's got several pockets in there. Wow.
No
Lot
time
of
for
cash.
traveler's checks, huh?
And we're gonna leave the money. Why? Because it's not my money.
That sick piece of...
And final pocket. What's in the final pocket? Piece of the
Shard.
mirror.
It's the shard. Finally.
Hey, Sheriff.
What?
Those girls are still dead.
Oh, you!
Nothing
Gotta
you
keep
can
bringing
do
this up,
to
don't
bring
you,
them
Jersey?
back. And I don't know what they did, but I do know this. Oh, if they're dead, it's because the crooked man wanted them dead. That's all it takes. So you can roar smash the place up. Shit. You can wail on me all you want. But what good is it gonna do you? 'Cause he ain't in your town. You're in his. And he sure as shit is ready for you.
Out of smoke?
Well, give him a smoke. He did a good job there.
Thanks. Shitty brand.
That's all he can really
You're
afford.
welcome.
I'm not gonna lie. I was having trouble deciding which one of you to hit with this thing.
Sure you were.
Jersey was wrong, you know.
About what?
About those girls. There is something you can do about it. You can get the fucker who did it. Ain't that the plan?
Yeah, you're damn right it is.
All right, we'll go do it then.
Wait, was the Lucky Pawn right next to the Trip Trap? Because now we're at the Trip Trap.
Hey, Woody,
Yeah.
you gonna be all right?
You know me.
I gotta say, the Cappies in this town are 100% like okay with everything. It's like, huh? You and this guy just walked out of the building. You're covered in blood. He's got a bloody axe. Where do you want to go, mister? I'm not going to ask questions.
I don't care who killed the prostitutes. If Crane was helping himself to the community coffers, it means his hand was in my pocket, and you just let him go.
I don't know what you heard, but it didn't happen like that.
If I was playing bad cop right now, I'd just come in, bite your head off.
Sheriff Bigby has returned.
Ah, there's the old wrecking bowl himself.
Bigby, where have you been?
I'm not finished here, Miss White.
You will have to wait. Just one moment, please.
Look what I found.
Look what I found! I found a shard!
Seems your dog
It's a
wants
shard
biscuit.
of the
I'm
mirror!
not in the mood. And you've
A
got a lot
mirror
to
that we
answer
can
for.
see!
Oh, really?
Buffkin, get this
Got
piece
to
in the
set
mirror
my
right away.
timer!
With pleasure, Miss White.
Finally.
And he
Things are
smashes into
swinging
the
back in
mirror
the right
because he's
direction.
drunk.
Good work, Bigby. You've been gone all day. What did you uncover? I thought you were going to report back to me. I mean, it's fine. So what else did you find out?
I had to get real persuasive with the Jersey Devil down at the Lucky Pawn, but he told me that the Crooked Man's door, to wherever it is he hangs his hat, it moves. It's some kind of magic door.
Do you think the mirror will be able to find the door once it's fixed?
That's how
So he
Crane
said Crane
did
did
it.
it.
That's how we're gonna do it.
Excellent work. Really.
Sheriff, I could use your assistance. Would you join me at the mirror?
I can't fly and put this away in the same time.
Don't go far, Sheriff. I'd like to have a few words of my own with you.
Unbelievable.
Why the hell did you burn Crane's stuff, huh? Don't bullshit me. Buffkin was there. I know it was you.
Given Ichabod's obsession with Miss White, I thought it best to make sure that nothing untoward saw the light of day.
Oh, fuck off. I know you were burning evidence.
Then tell me, what evidence did I burn?
I have more important things to deal with right now. But you can be sure that we're gonna have a long fucking talk about this when I'm done.
I do so enjoy our talks. I'll wait with bated breath.
God, I hate him!
He just doesn't want to join the rest. Do you have any idea why?
Got me.
Not necessarily.
Well, where did you find it? What has he gone through since being separated from the rest? Shattering is a very traumatic experience, you know. So this process can be a little touchy.
I found it in Crane's coat. Last person I saw with Crane or his coat was that psycho Bloody Mary. Maybe she had some...
Ah, yes, Miss White was asking about her. That explains it. You know who and the mirror have a very unhappy history with each other. How would you like it if she tried to use you as a doorway?
I think I already know the feeling.
Well, I think I know how to proceed now. It will just take a
good job,
little
Bucket.
extra coaxing, that's all. Thank you for your help. It could be a while, Sheriff. I'll find you when it's ready.
Okay, thank you, Buffalo.
Besides which, he might not want to come out with you watching.
Oh, he doesn't like being spied on.
If you ask me, you're everything that's wrong with Fable.
That's our
Is
Buffkin.
it fixed? Did you ask about the Crooked Man?
Buffkin's still working on it. He said it might be a while.
If you're so self-reliant, what do you want from the business office so bad?
What
Exactly.
I want is my business. I paid
I can't take those two right now.
I'll take care
We're
of him.
trying to catch a murderer, and they're...
Me and Toad will take the whole
they're over
bluebird
there
out.
bickering about
I'll
bureaucracy.
wrap him up, and
We're
Toad will take him to the bottom of the
war.
ocean.
Don't they
How about
realize
that?
that?
Sounds like a good idea to me.
Do you need some help over there?
Yeah, thanks. Go talk to Toad. But just so you know, we can't pay him. He really
Damn, I
needs
should have
to go to
taken
the
that
farm
money.
now. So just break the news and be done with it, okay?
No, I'm not sending him to the farm. He's not going to the farm, lady. Damn, I should have taken that money.
Toad, come here.
Please.
I made myself very clear.
I see how it is. Passed off to an underling, eh? Why am I not surprised?
Hey, I like you,
You
Toad.
did cause what damage brings me in here, so maybe it's for the best. Just need a little bit of dosh to cover it. I tried talking to her about it, but it's like chatting up a brick wall, it is. Now, I'm sure you've got your own agenda, Sheriff, but I've taken a real wallet because of you.
Before we get into any of that, what do you know about the Crooked Man?
Don't try to change a subject on me. I need a little bit of that walking around money, you know? My car, total, the gaping maw in my wall. Any of us sound familiar?
Yes.
I'm not looking for a handout. Just what's right.
Look, I don't write the checks around here, but I know I had a hand in it, so I'll try to get Snow to take care of you.
Please do. It's the only way I'll be able to get me glamours.
Yeah, all right. But, this isn't exactly a new problem with you, Toad. You know that if you're out of glamour, I gotta send you to the farm.
Well, how about your friend the pig? Hmm? Is he going to the farm too? Yeah? You thought we didn't know about him, huh? A worst-kept secret in Fabletown. For a friend, the rules will bend. That's a slippery slope, that is. Oh, I see I've given you something to think about. Now let me add another log to that fire. If you give me one more chance and hear me out, I'll see a way for me and me boy to stay. I'm not gonna ask for any more than I need. I just want to stay. So what do you say you just give me enough to cover me glamours and we'll call the rest a wash? Please, Sheriff, don't take TJ from the only home he knows.
I like
So
TJ.
Glamorous, oppressive. I've done nothing wrong but look different.
Look, I'll try to get you that money and get you another chance, but you have to understand, it's not entirely up to me.
Oh, thank you, Sheriff. I knew I could count on you to make me whole again. We get this sorted and I'll be glamour to the nines, I will.
I like Toad. I don't want him to go to the farm. Oh, Snow, just deal with it.
Want to talk? Now's your chance.
I've just made my donation funding this office, so direct your questions to Miss White.
But you wanted to talk to me, Mr. Dumbface.
Well, at least he's not trying to get rid of me.
He's not?
For now. Did you take care of Toad? I mean, I saw the way he left. I know it may not seem that important right now, but glamours are the law for a very good reason.
Don't worry. I did the right thing.
Are you sure? Because he left looking pretty happy.
Yeah, because I did the right thing, Snow.
Fine. We'll deal with it later. I know I should be asking how it got like this, but I just keep wondering why it happened. To Faith and Lily. You've seen his world. Do you have any idea why he'd want them dead? I don't know if the Crooked Man killed them with his own hand, or if it was one of his goons.
If there's one thing I figured out, it's that the Crooked Man is all about control. It's what he does with the loans at the pawn shop, the magic he peddles, chains, ribbons. Maybe Faith and Lily weren't doing what they were told. Or maybe they just tried to leave.
Sheriff, Miss White, I believe the mirror is repaired.
Yay, Buckin!
I have to say I have been better. But thanks for putting me back together.
I'm
You're
sorry.
very welcome.
I have to know.
see you're good.
Mirror, mirror.
Now let's go ahead.
Glad you weren't slain.
and
now please
show us the Crooked
that
Man's
sick
hood.
creep Crane.
Yeah, I want to see where he's ended up, too.
You will get on that plane to Paris, and you will wait for the day the Crooked Man needs you. Until then, not a peep. Otherwise, I get to deal with you my way. So please, please disobey. Wait a minute. Someone's watching.
What just happened?
We pointed you in the wrong direction and looked at Bloody Mary's reflection.
Oh, her. That explains the sting. I'd rather not have to feel the pain she brings. So, let's not do that again, okay?
Looks like we'll have to track him down later.
You're right. We need to focus on the immediate threat, and that's the Crooked Man. Bigby, we don't have a lot of time.
Mirror, mirror, no time to pout. So, where does Crooked Man hang out?
Gotta do a little bit for him.
I don't recognize the door, but that's the Crooked Man symbol on it.
Hold off.
door. It moves.
Told you!
Wait a minute. I know that door.
That's Central Park. I don't know when it's gonna move again, but I'm gonna get there before it does.
Bigby, wait. When you get the Crooked Man, make sure you bring him back alive. He has to stand trial. We can't just dispense street justice.
I
know
don't
that
dispense
emotions
street
can run
justice.
high, and you have your reasons to handle this a certain way.
I'll catch him and bring him back here, alive. Then we can clean him and cook him together.
Good.
Yummy.
I have enough to worry about here while I prepare the case against him. So I'm going to trust you to handle this properly. That is, if you think you're ready.
Oh, I'm ready.
Yes, I'm ready.
I mean, arms
I got no other
broken,
choice.
several ribs are broken, internal bleeding. I'm fine. Don't worry, Snow. Perfectly okay. I do this all the time. Run, 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 running! There's the door! There's the door! Open the door! Pull it open, man! Go inside! Somebody really dangerous coming around the corner, and it's... Oh, look!
Tim!
Tiny
What the hell
Tim!
are you doing here?
Good evening, Sheriff. I'm here to take you to the boss. Thanks, by the way, for leaving off Tiny. I have to admit, when they asked me to watch the door, I wasn't sure what to expect when you came through that portal. I know you weren't here on a social call.
Hold on. You've just been waiting for me to show up? You knew I was coming?
That's what they told me. I don't know, they said you made it pretty clear. I'm supposed to bring you right on in, so if you'll come this way. Look, this is the one thing I have to do.
Fine. Lead on.
Tim, why are you with these people? Why? You've been a good kid. Your dad, Bob, he was a good guy. Scrooge, not so much.
Thanks for understanding. This is all I'm here to do, and I don't want to mess it up. I know I'm probably the last person you'd expect to be a guard.
Tim, how can you be working here? You know who this guy is, don't you?
He's not as bad as you think.
Tim.
He doesn't treat me like some broken little kid.
I don't treat you like a broken little kid.
He gave me a job, and I'm lucky to have it. This is the only option I've got. Just keep that in mind, maybe? Because if you and the boss go up against each other, the rest of Fabletown is gonna get caught in the middle.
Don't you realize you're not just minding the door? You work for that crooked bastard, your hands get dirty too.
It's not so bad.
Not so bad? Are you fucking blind, Tim? He's a murderer.
So you're telling me you agree with everything Crane does?
Oh, hell no. Excuse me.
A lot of us depend on him. Some of us never get to the front of the line at the business office. But he's there. We need you, but we need him too. What we don't
Tim,
need is a war.
It's not gonna be a
Hey,
war.
Sheriff, hold up. I gotta go in with you.
I'll wait for him.
Thanks.
Am I some kind of a fucking joke to you? What did I tell you, eh? Stop laughing at me. Oh, yeah?
Tell me who the fuck is back there.
I don't exactly know. I just mind the door.
Worry.
The boss is there.
Around.
I know that
Like
much.
Crane before him. I'm sure he will prove himself quite handy to have in my pocket. Either he's smart enough to see this is for the best, or dim enough to do as he's told.
Bloody hell! This fucking guy!
Hi, everybody! Look, it's Georgie Porgy. It's the Tweedles. And it's Jersey! Hey, buddy! Hey! I could have had someone kill you today, but I
I
didn't.
was wondering when you'd turn up.
I'm sorry, sir. He wouldn't let
It's
me.
all right, Tim.
I shouldn't have expected the sheriff to give you respect enough to do your job. But you did fine. You can go now.
Tim's a good kid. Don't get him mixed into this, you bastard.
You see, everyone in Fabletown has a role to fill. You just have to pay attention to what they need to help them find it. Why don't you have a seat, Sheriff? We have a great deal to discuss.
I think I'd rather stand. But that didn't give me an option.
All right, you got me here. Let's talk.
Damn it! That was kind of short.
I've heard stories about you. In the old days, how you picked off those men one by one. Oh, how they screamed. The wolf is coming. And they would wait, hiding anywhere they could squeeze their pathetic, shivering corpses. Some would just drop to their knees where they stood, close their eyes, and wait for death. And you'd give it to them. I wish I could have seen it. Oh well.
I know that one was very short. And we're not going to go to the next one until next week, and I promise there will be a thing next week. But this brings up a lot of stuff to me. Especially when we're dealing with the Crooked Man and the whole thing about how the office was run. Because with Fabletown, the office handles all the stuff in Fabletown. They're the legitimate, I would say, government for Fabletown. And with it, they have King Cole, who was a merry old soul, and a merry old soul was he, who is but he's never in his office, so the co-director usually handles it. And Crane was the co-director, and as we know, with Crane's character, like I said, in the old fairy tales, he wasn't the good guy. He was basically just the guy that got scared off or killed by the Headless Horseman. And he was fleecing the office, keeping anybody away that might find out that he was fleecing the office. And due to that, it caused Fabletown and the Fables to see the government as not doing its job and not doing anything for them. And I go through this when dealing with, like, the Crooked Man, because it's kind of like you have the government and organized crime. And that's what the Crooked Man is. He's the organized crime. He's the crime boss. Yes, to those around him, he's doing the good for them. He's providing loans, he's providing jobs. If they just look the other way, which that's not a good thing to do, but the more you look at it, Fabletown, Snow and all them is what government is and what it should be. People behind it who care about others, who want to do the best for them. And the Crooked Man seems like that's more of what we're getting out of our government. We'll do something for you. We'll help you out. We'll get you a job. Just look the other way when we do something bad. And I'm not saying right now that I'm not trying to be political or anything, really. But it's the idealism of what we should have versus what we do have. And I think that's why I like A Wolf Among Us, because you've got Bigby, He's the law. Nobody likes him because they think he's an asshole. And he is. But he's the type of asshole we need. And everybody believes he's, he's the type of asshole they need. But they don't like him because at the same time, when he gets rough, they don't see the time that he tried to be a good guy to Colin or a good guy to TJ. Because everybody remembers him from the old days when he was the big bad wolf and basically would rip you apart. Recently I got to listen to one of the old stories, the Big Bad Wolf and the Three Pigs, through one of the older tales. If you ever get a chance, check out Lore. It's a great podcast, talks about old stories, old literature, old legends that are throughout history. And one of them he brought up was in the threes, including the Three Little Pigs, Three Bears, and I can't remember the third one. But in the Three Little Pigs, we get to see the wolf as what probably all of them see Bigby as. As his name implies, the Big Bad Wolf. First house it goes to is one that a pig decided to go ahead and make of straw, which, as we all know, doesn't really works very well, unless, of course, you take the time to turn it into bricks with mud, which then, of course, you've got the third house. Of course, he blows it down, eats the lazy pig that didn't take the time to make his house out of a more sturdy material. Then he goes to the second one, who made his out of sticks, which a wood house is fine if you take the time to actually go ahead and, put it together correctly and not just bundle it with sticks. Of course, he blew a house down with that one, and he ate that pig. Now, a lot of you think that in the stories, what happened was, for the third pig, he had a house made of brick, which is true. He did have a house made of brick, and once the wolf realized he couldn't huff and puff and blow the damn thing down, he decided to do some psychological stuff, and that, of course, was asking the little pig to come out, and they'd go and do stuff. He didn't want to be a bad guy. He wanted to go ahead and do it. He wanted to get him out to actually do something, which, of course, didn't work. And so he thought, you know what, I'll go ahead and I'll go down the chimney. And so when he went down the chimney, he fell into a pot and was cooked up and eaten by the pig. Now, a lot of people say, wait a minute, that's not the story. No, that is the story. That is the story. That's the ending of the Three Little Pigs. The wolf did, of course, die, but the wolf was eaten by the pig. So, yeah. It just makes me think of that. Because in this one, as you all know, Bigby in these is the Big Bad Wolf in all the stories. So all that stuff that happened to him, yet he didn't die. It's very interesting. But enough of old stories. We're going to go and continue on with this. We're going to check our players' choices. Okay, let's see. First one, did you send Colin to the farm? You and 85% of the 85% of the players decide Colin should not go to the farm. Of course not. He's our bud, and he's the only one that really kind of tells Snow, shut up, because Bigby's trying to do his job. And not only is he doing his job, he's doing his job with no thanks, very little sleep. And Colin, who lost his two brothers, because he's the pig that was in the house of brick. He lost his two brothers, but at the same time, it's like, my brothers were kind of stupid. One was in straw, the other one was in sticks that weren't really put together very well. Get rid of that genetic piece in the pool, and maybe the next group will be like, brick houses or metal houses would be a good idea. Especially if you've got giant wolves running around. Next one, did you attempt to remove Nurse's ribbon? No. Two reasons. One, even if we didn't know about, we didn't have our suspicion about it, you don't just go up to a lady and just pull something off her. That's something you can get in real life as well as, of course, in video games. You don't just go up to a woman, grab her and say, hey, I like that ribbon. I'm going to take it off you. Because if you do that, either A, she's going to go ahead and come after you, or B, she's, you know, her head's going to come off. So, word for the wise. Which crooked operation did you investigate first? You and 63.2% of the players went to the cut above first. Now, reason I did that is because last time I played this, I checked out Jersey's place first. And when I checked it, you know, I didn't have the fight with, I didn't have the help of Woody. He showed up later, but I did see Jack. So I didn't get a lot out of Jersey, but then of course when I went to the butcher's place, Jersey had let him know what was going on, and so nothing was left back there for me to really track. Yeah, kind of sucked. Did you send Toad to the farm? Dude has been having a string of bad luck. Big string of bad luck. 1, Woody started a fight in his place. 2, some guys came back and started beating the crap out of him and told him that if something bad, if he told anything, his little boy TJ's gonna have a bad time. He's gonna get roughed up, and he's just thinking about his little boy. And yes, he's a little rough with his boy, but at the same time, he loves him, and he doesn't want anything bad to happen to him. So he's trying to go ahead and take care of him, but at the same time, he's our lovable asshole. You gotta have a nice lovable asshole around. I love Toad. He's a piece of crap, but I love that son of a bitch. How did you respond to the Crooked Man? I wanted to stay standing. Whenever I'm in an area where somebody's like, I want you to sit down, I'm like, no, I'd rather stay standing. Unless, of course, it's my boss, then it's like, yeah, I'll sit down, because if I stand up, then, of course, you know, they might see that as something where I'm going to be angry, and then, of course, then they send you HR for that. So, but in other situations where I am justified to be like, no, I'm going to stand, I'm going to be right here, you have to deal with me being me. In situations like that, I'll stand. But they didn't give me that option. It was smoke, tell him I was going to take him in, cause some ruckus, and then, of course, just to agree to talk to him. I'm going to talk to him. We're trying to be good cop here, and at the same time, we want to find out what the heck's going on. Plus, we have 2 Tweedles, Georgie Porgy, the girl that's with him, and I think Bloody Mary was in there too. So, you do not go... You see this in comedies where that happens. It's like, you've got all these guys pointing guns at our hero, and the hero's like, you've got to come with me, you're under arrest. In real life, that doesn't happen. You get your ass killed. In this, you got to understand, I'm trying to kind of play it a little bit where it's like, you know, I'm good cop, but actual understanding cop, where it's like, if I kind of start a ruckus here, they're going to all kill me. I might have to use my final form. And in the end, I'll go back to Snow, and Snow's like, you told me you were going to get him, bring him back alive. And I'd be like, I'm sorry, Snow. I'm sorry. There wasn't much I could do. They went ahead and tried to shoot me, like, multiple times. Oh, you could have survived that. Yeah. So that's why I decided to sit down and talk it out like men. Like men. So, into that chapter, we're going to go into our extras, and we're going to see what popped up for us. Because, you know, that's what we do it towards the end of the video. Especially when it's towards the end of the chapter. Let's see, we've got trophies, which probably are just stuff like, hey, you finished the episode. You did! I have no idea what that one does. But this one is... you completed episode 4! Oh, unlock all fables and intros. Okay. I might have to do that again later. Did I do that with... okay, no, I didn't do that with that one. Okay, well, we'll go back. Let's see... Book of Fables. Let's see who we got. We're missing somebody out of 1. I don't know who that is. Oh, crap, look at all the people we missed out of 4. And 3, holy crap! Well, what came up as new? Okay, we'll go through these because, of course, we've been here. We know you. Flycatcher, Trip Trap, Annie Greenleaf, Glamour 2, Bring It to Spell. Bloody Mary. Yeah, we know about you. Silver Bullets. Huh. Okay, maybe we didn't. Let's see. Yeah, we know her. Okay, Silver Bullets. Here we go for Silver Bullets. The legends of great and magical wolves often make mention of their weaknesses against weapons made out of silver, and those tales bear out to be true. The silver bullet Mary shot Bigby with was not the first, but any of them could be his last. Any silver left in Bigby's body weakens his system, slows his healing, and can cause long-term damage. Ooh! Acting Deputy Snow White, with Ichabod Crane firmly out of the picture, and King Cole still absent. He's a merry old soul. A merry old soul was he. The task of leading Fabletown falls squarely on Snow's shoulders. She has performed many of the job's duties for a long time, picking up the slack for Crane. But now that she's fully in charge of the business office, she has to deal with the new level of politicking that she has not previously been exposed to. The Jersey Devil! Not all the fables who came to the world landed in Fabletown. There are those who scattered across the farthest corners of the earth, and there are those who simply prefer the Garden State of the Empire State, such as the Jersey Devil. Reports of his appearance have varied, although most accounts make mention of his leathery wings, but an encounter with a certain axe of legend some years ago have temporarily rendered that feature absent. Now, those of you who want to know what the story about the Jersey Devil, there was an old lady who had 12 kids, and she said that the 13th kid would be a devil. Well, one night when the sky was black, it was a night, of course, the sky was black, and there was thunder and lightning, she had her 13th child, who was indeed a devil. Head looked like a horse, had wings, little hoofed feet. Soon as she had it, it flew out into the wild, and it just screamed and flew and screamed. Depending on what story you look at for the Jersey Devil, there's multiple things that they actually say happened. One, that it happened over time that he turned into a devil. Two, that the Jersey Devil we see here is actually the son or daughter or grandson or daughter of the old Jersey Devil, and so on and so forth. However, it has been said that there's actually a actual thing that happened to cause the Jersey Devil, and that is, of course, have you ever heard of a creature that wasn't really thought to be true until a dead one was brought before the King of England? It's called the kangaroo. Now, the reason they say they believe the Jersey Devil is actually an escaped kangaroo is because it kind of looks like that. And the way it hops, the way it moves, especially at night, you may not think, holy crap, that's a kangaroo, especially around the time where not a lot of people saw what a kangaroo looked like. They just thought it was some sort of demon. At the same time, throughout history, there has been sightings of a creature with the head looking like a horse, flames coming out of its eyes and nostrils, wings and what have you, around the Jersey area, the Jersey Pines. So, be it a kangaroo or the true Jersey Devil, we don't know. The Woodsman's Axe. Once just a simple tool for felling trees, the axe became much more when it was ensorcelled by druids and marked with their runes. But it truly became an object of legend when the woodsman used it to slice the big bad wolf from nave to neck in protection of the Little Red Riding Hood. It may carry old world charm, but its simplicity of design and quality workmanship make it an effective tool or weapon even to this day. Johann! He's the butcher. His name is often said in the same breath of that of the baker and candlestick maker. Did we already do that one? Maybe not. And like those other tradesmen, Johann the butcher's storefront has served Fabletown for ages. Fresh cuts, exotic meats, and even full sides of beef for the vigorous appetites of ogres and trolls. But Johann's business has fallen on hard times and fallen in with the wrong crowd. As the quality of his products declined and his business turned to a front operation for the Crooked Man, some have started to wonder if they ever really knew Johann. Bluebeard's money. Blah, 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 blah. One might think that Bluebeard donates funds to Fabletown. to the Fabletown government for nefarious purposes, seeking special favors, or to have a louder voice in government proceedings. But he really wants is his stability and strength, because as far as Bluebeard is concerned, Fabletown exists to insulate him from the Mundy world. And as much as his money can be a sword, it also serves as a shield. Which, with Bluebeard, the one thing he wanted to do in his story was to make sure that nobody really went into that one room. I mean, he told his wife, you can go to any room in this building, except for the one that I gave you the key for and told you not to go into. That's a bunch of bullshit, really. So we'll go into the next one. The Crooked Man's Lair, headquarters. Occupying a desanctified church. Oh, that's just evil. This is just one of the many locations the Crooked Man's operation uses to run the Fabletown underworld. Its lounge atmosphere makes it for a comfortable meeting place, unless you are an unwelcome guest. It is completely boarded up to the outside world, and the only way in is through one of the many portals, marked by a door with the Crooked Man's Catherine Wheel icon, scattered throughout the city and elsewhere. The Crooked Man! The Crooked Man has slowly built himself one of the most powerful figures in Fabletown. His operation started with a crooked sixpence and a crooked house. Two things he cared about more than his wife or children, whom he killed rather than let them stand in his way. In his rise, the Crooked Man has ensnared many fables in his criminal web, providing what they need, but always at a high cost. He is cunning, persuasive, and ruthless. Time to tame! While most fables theorize that their longevity and overall well-being is improved by the Mundy's world's knowledge of them, for a select few that does not seem to apply. When a malady or injury is an integral part of the fable story, that notoriety can make recovery nearly impossible. That's what Tiny Tim thinks, at least. And no magical care or magic, rather, none that he can afford, can heal his leg. Aww. Poor Tiny Tim. Life on the farm! With its idyllic location and managed community, the farm would seem to be a welcome alternative to eking out an existence in Fabletown. But those who have lived there see it differently. They see it for what it is, a prison. A place where you are free to be who you are and do what you please, except leave. It doesn't help that when fables who appear human do not have to worry about being sent to the farm, they always seem to fill the leadership roles there. Yeah, think about that. You're a talking mouse. You're like Despero, okay? You're Despero the talking mouse. And you're like, I am Despero. I have saved everybody. I'd like a penthouse apartment because I'm Despero. And they're like, no, you gotta go to the farm. But I'm Despero. I'm a hero. Yes, but you gotta go to the farm. Well, it's a prince over there that's not going to the farm. Yeah, but the prince is human. It's a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of bullshit. Just because I'm a mouse, that I have to go to the farm? Can't I just stay in a home? I'll even take the walls. No, you can't. You're talking mouse. You gotta go to the farm. I'll take a glamour then. Sure, $50. I'm a mouse. How will I get to $50? Well, then you go to the farm. Fuck you! And then, of course, Despero ends up going to the farm. And since you get to do whatever you want, he's fighting cats. Talking cats. Think of that. Hello, I'm Puss in Boots. I want to eat you, little Despero. I'm Despero! You cannot eat me! If you eat me, I stab you! That's fine. I'll stab you too. I'll put you on a shish kebab. I'll eat you. I'm Despero! You cannot shoot! You cannot stab me! I am Despero! Yeah, I just stabbed you and I got you now. Well, Despero's pretty good. And then, of course, he's dead. Think about that. That kind of sucks. That really, really sucks. And then, of course, they take Puss in Boots in because, he's gotten all the lady cats pregnant with his children. So now there's, these family that's like, oh, she's gonna have kittens. And then the kittens come out, and the first one that comes out is like, this is a pretty nice place. That kitten just talked. And then next thing you know, you got Bigby busting through the door going, I'll have to take those kittens. But we were gonna go around the world and have all these kittens just sing and dance. You can't do that, sorry. Well, why not? Obliterate their memories. go back to Puss in Boots and be like, Puss, Puss, Puss. Dude, you can't keep going around knocking up all these cats. It's kind of sick. How is it sick? I'm a cat. I gotta get myself some puss. And we're gonna leave it at that, because beyond that, it gets really kind of bad. But we're gonna go ahead and do, let's see. It's chapter 5, last chapter. We're gonna do that next week. And I promise we will do it next week because, one, unlike last week, like I said, we had company and it's kind of hard to kind of get away without telling them, look, don't come into this room, don't knock on the door, don't ask me anything, don't call me, don't do anything until I'm done. Well, when are you going to be done? I don't know. It depends on how long I'm doing it. And then, of course, you know what's going to happen. Someone's going to knock on the door. So that's what we're going to do. So next week, like I said, next week, we're going to go and get into the last chapter, chapter 5 of The Wolf Among Us. So until then, if you're outside and you see a little mouse scurry along and you get up there to go ahead and send your cat after him, remember, he may be a little mouse, he may be Despero, getting away from the farm. Just leave him alone. Unless, of course, he's in your house. Get one of those glue traps. Then send him, drive out into the woods and let him off that way. Or your neighbor's place. That'll work. Use Despero! Talking mouse! Leave me alone! Talk to you later. Bye.